Rachel had just graduated from college with a degree in marketing, and she was eager to start her career. She applied to dozens of jobs, but each time she received a rejection letter, her confidence took a hit. As the weeks turned into months, Rachel grew increasingly discouraged. One day, Rachel decided to take a break from job searching and focus on herself. She started going to the gym, volunteering at a local shelter, and reading self-help books. Slowly but surely, her attitude started to shift. She began to believe in herself and her abilities. One morning, Rachel received an email from a company she had applied to months earlier. They wanted to schedule an interview with her. Rachel was ecstatic, but also nervous. She knew this was her chance to land her dream job. In the days leading up to the interview, Rachel focused on positive affirmations and visualizations. She imagined herself nailing the interview and getting the job. She also reminded herself of all the hard work she had put in to get to this point. The day of the interview arrived, and Rachel was feeling confident and prepared. She dressed in her best suit and headed to the company's office. The interview went smoothly, and Rachel felt like she had connected with the interviewer on a personal level. A few days later, Rachel received a phone call from the company. They offered her the job. Rachel was overjoyed and grateful. She knew that her positive attitude and hard work had paid off. Over the next few years, Rachel excelled in her job and quickly rose through the ranks. She was a valued member of the team and loved going to work every day. Looking back, Rachel knew that her struggles to find a job after college had taught her an important lesson. With the right mindset and attitude, anything was possible.